Beat heartburn fast. Test Chewy Bites.
When I had acne, I made up a lot of
What's up, y'all? Y'all already know who it is. You know what time it is.
I'm on.
May I help you? Actually, how your night been first, and then may I help you? If there's anything you need help with or something that you're trying to understand, I will help you. Now, to let you know this, I'm sharing this video, but before I share this video, I also want to stand up and speak up and say, you should have saved him, okay? You should have saved him. I heard about what happened at the hospital in New York, fool. The mademoiselle was talking about it earlier today. Why? You know what? Y'all killing me, okay? I live in Tennessee, Clarksville, Tennessee. And I hear about what happened in New York hospital building. And this woman on the video of a woman that works at that hospital and thinking about quitting over there too because of what happened last time. To let you know this video message, I don't know if this about the color thing, about the race thing, if you know what I'm saying, or you just can't figure out a good way to save that man's life. But all I know is you should have saved him, okay? And just because of his skin color or because of his race, however you want to call it, it's just a dumb reason to let him die like that. It's just a dumb reason to have dumb ideas to save him, but really it killed him. And he did not have the corona situation, okay? Translation, he did not have the coronavirus, as I know of. But if he did, that would be because of y'all, okay? That would be because of y'all that he died because of the coronavirus, if he did. But as I know of, he had something else and he was still sick. And he ended up dead. But like I said, whether he had the coronavirus or not, you should have saved him. And for some dumb reason, you didn't. And you just had dumb ideas to save him in the first place. But once again, it didn't save him. It made him dead. For some dumb reason. Okay, for some dumb reason. And plus, how could you do that to him? You know what I'm saying? How could you do that to him? You can't do him like that. Like, shoot, come on. Like, seriously, yo. This is why that woman was thinking about quitting being a nurse over there. Over at New York. Okay? This is some fucking damn bullshit, alright? Like, no fucking damn joke, okay? Man. I'm giving props, okay? I'm letting you know. I'm giving thanks to the mademoiselle and giving thanks whoever that nurse woman at that New York hospital was talking about this in the first place, okay? Other than that, I'm showing you the video, okay? That's what you're going to see today.
I know we're going to have a shit ton of people die. But these people aren't dying from COVID. Let me give you several examples here.
If you've never shared any of my YouTube videos, you have to share this one. This has to be one of the most important. Yo, I'm about to have a breakdown. Because I'm thinking of all the people I know who've died of COVID, all the people I know who are grieving right now. And there are nurses and doctors and other medical professionals who are literally just letting these people die. Oh my God. I'm good. This is not okay. What up, everybody? I am the Mademoiselle, and this is my channel. Today, we are going to be reacting to a New York nurse basically telling us how medical professionals may be potentially killing minority COVID patients on purpose. I'm gonna have to let you know this is going to be a very long video. Grab your snacks, grab your drink, whatever the case may be. I already ate, I already drank, I'm chilling. If you want to see the full video, it will be linked down down below. Shout out to the person who reposted this because it was actually on Facebook, but the person re-uploaded it to YouTube. So if you want, you could go check it out in the description box. Also, make sure you go cop my merch. This is one of my first ever designs that a subscriber made for me, and I love it. It's literally one of my favorite, and it is my Did I Ask You for a Comb? The OG subscribers know exactly where this design inspiration came from. You know, comment down below because that's a classic. This and other designs, you can go down in the description or in the pinned comment down below to order some merch. I haven't watched this video, but guessing by the nature of it, the title of it, and the subject matter, I believe that this would probably be a very upsetting video. So if you are easily annoyed, if you're easily triggered, if you're easily upset, I would suggest you do not watch this video. This is a very important video. If you've never shared any of my videos, you have to share this one. This information needs to get out because it's very, very important and it can save some lives. If you've been diagnosed with COVID and you can still breathe, you can still walk, you can still talk, stay home. I'm telling you this right now. Don't go to the hospital, stay home. I've noticed everyone that I know who has had COVID, that lives up here particularly, has died. Not one person I know who has been diagnosed with COVID is like recovered and at home, personally, that I know. Everyone else I know, like all my family, like in Florida, Paris, and all types of shit, they chilling. But for whatever reason, everybody I know in New York and New Jersey just seems to be dying like flies anytime they're diagnosed with COVID. And it just doesn't make sense. Young, old, whatever the case may be, it's not really logical. And I knew something was going on, but watching this video is probably gonna put it into a better perspective. Even though I haven't watched it yet, I already know what this is going to be about because people have told me about this video and told me like about what she was talking about. So I'm gonna react to everything that she's saying, but I've come to this consensus of do not go to the fucking hospital, wear your mask, and wash your hands. That's all we can really do at this point. And for those of you who have information that can help the public, please speak up. People are losing their mothers, their fathers, their children to this shit. And the thing is, people think it's COVID. And at this point, it's not. It's not COVID. It's not at all. And people need to know that.
Hey everyone. Great goodness. It is 8:42 New York time. And I got to my regular unit and they took my patient away, my black guy. And now I'm getting switched units. This is exactly what happened before at the other hospital. As soon as I told somebody and like management and tried to advocate for my patient, they take the patient away from me and then they move me. So like I legitimately don't even know what to do anymore. Like even the advocacy groups don't give a shit about these people. Like literally, like Black lives don't matter here. And I mean, that's pretty sad that somebody who is white and lives hundreds of miles away from the city gives more of a shit about these people than the actual people in this city. Like,
we're only a minute in and I'm already getting really, really emotional about this. And I had a feeling this was happening because if you guys do not know, I do work at a doctor's office on Saturdays. I've been working there since I was 15. It was my first ever job, but I go on Saturdays. Ever since COVID, I haven't been going. And it's funny because my boss, which is a doctor, she's also like a very prominent mother figure to me. She was like, honestly, going to the hospital is making a lot of these people worse. And I was like, that's interesting. Why do you believe that? She was like, because first of all, if you don't have any symptoms, they're barely giving you anything. And for the people that are getting anything, for the most part, like, they give it to them when it's too late. So it's just like they're easily killing these people and there's plenty of medications that can work to fight COVID and they're just blatantly not giving it to them. And this was a long time ago. This was like literally probably when quarantine first started. And I was just like, I kept it in the back of my head. But, you know, I was like, I really didn't want to believe that that was happening. And then fast forward, one of my friends, she has a cousin and her father died. And she was telling me basically about how, like, apparently a doctor had called them telling, you know, trying to urge them to take him off the ventilator. Clearly, these people are Black. They're actually Haitian. And it was weird because this doctor was, like, animate. Like, oh, are you sure? I mean, he's old. I mean, are you sure? Like, are you sure? Like, basically trying to get them to agree to take him off. And then when they called again, they spoke with the nurse that was taking care of him. And the nurse was like, I don't know who you spoke to, but he's doing just fine. He's doing really, really well. I said nothing about taking him off a ventilator. So that's a little scary. And this is also in New York. So it kind of puts things into perspective, because now that I think about it, a lot of people that I know who have died of COVID have been perfectly fine. And then all of a sudden just die. And this is particularly the people I know in New York and New Jersey. Everyone else I know that's had COVID, I have a couple family members that have recovered. They're now out of the hospital and they chilling at home. But everyone, almost everyone, better yet, I think everyone that I know who has been diagnosed with COVID in New York and New Jersey has died. So I find it a little bit strange, and I really want to know what else she's going to say, because this is like really, really heartbreaking, because as a nurse, as a medical professional, you should always want to take care of patients. You should always want to keep them alive. So it makes me wonder. Comment down below, why do you think they're trying to kill specific people, if that's what in fact is happening? Like, if that is what is happening, why do you think the reason is?
For real. Like, I had a complete breakdown yesterday because, you know, I missed an important email to do a revision on my proposal, so my proposal got canceled because I was trying to advocate for my patient and talk to management here and get the care that he needs.
That's messed up.
Because he's being medically mismanaged. And I just had a complete fucking breakdown because, you know what, my entire proposal got canceled because I, you know, wasted my time advocating for a fucking patient who's just gonna die anyway.
I don't like the way she worded that. You're advocating for a patient that's gonna die anyway. Maybe she elaborates on that statement, but that don't sound too good. That didn't sound too... Oh, I'm just gonna listen to her before I say what I want to say.
You know, and sure enough, they take the patient away from me, and then almost 2 hours into the shift, they switch me units.
Wow.
This is exactly what happened at the other hospital when I was advocating for the little Hispanic lady. You know, guys, here's the thing. Let me try and put things into context for you, okay? I know not everybody's gonna live. I'm not that fucking green or ignorant or, you know, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed to think that, okay? I know we're gonna have a shit ton of people die. But these people aren't dying from COVID. Let me give you several examples here. An anesthesiologist intubated the patient's, like, I think it was right bronchi and of a patient, and they couldn't get the sats up, and for about 5 hours, like, we were waiting on a chest x-ray to confirm that the placement was wrong. And in the meantime, while we're waiting for that, we told the anesthesiologist that it was placed wrong, because, like, literally only one side of his fucking chest is, like, inflating. He dies. Okay? A patient had a heart rate of 40, and the resident started doing chest compressions on him, which is not what you do. You just externally pace them, or you know, give him some atropine. And then, you know, I run in there to stop him from doing chest compressions on somebody with a fucking pulse. And then he decides to push epi. He throws some pads on him to defibrillate the guy in bradycardia. Okay, he has a heart rate of 40 and a stable, you know, bradycardic rhythm. We just need to give him some atropine and pace him. He fucking defibrillates him and kills him.
What?
And I was literally ran out of, like, the patient's room to get, like, the director of nursing was standing out there. And I'm like, can you stop him? He's going to kill that patient. He's going to kill that patient if he defibrillates him with bradycardia and a heart rate of 40. And the director of nursing just shook his head. And I turned around and he killed the dude. Okay?
What the yo, honestly, I'm really annoyed. I'm really annoyed because now I'm thinking of all the people that I know who have passed away from COVID and just genuinely thinking, like, did they die of COVID or did they die of medical malpractice? Did they die because a lot of these nurses or doctors just genuinely didn't know what they were doing? Did they die because a lot of these nurses and doctors just genuinely do not care about minorities? Because at this point, from what she's saying, like, I genuinely believe that she's truthful. I do not think it's bullshit. Now I understand about what she said in her past statement because it makes sense. Like, realistically, these people are going to die because these people don't care. So I guess that's what she meant. That was poor wording, and if the wrong person would have just took that clip, that would have been took out of proportion. But this is really heartbreaking to know that there's people in hospitals that's supposed to be taking care of you who are supposed to actually be doing shit, aren't doing the right things. And I know there's going to be a lot of people that's like, oh, well, you're better off staying at home if you have COVID. Well, yes, you are to an extent, but if you can't breathe, you should be going to the hospital. And a lot of people, that's what happens. It's like it comes to the point where they cannot breathe. Like, I remember I had tweeted about one of my family, or a couple of my family members being in the hospital because of COVID. They were like, oh, just tell them to warm up. Heat kills the virus. I'm like, are you fucking stupid? They can't fucking breathe at this point. Some of them were throwing up. Some of them were, like, disoriented. Like, at this point, there is no warming up at home. Like, if that was the case, don't you think people in these hot-ass states like Cali and Texas and Florida wouldn't be dying of COVID? Like, I just don't understand why people keep saying shit like this. Like, I guess that would work for a person who, like, has minor symptoms, who isn't, like, necessarily, like, dying. But it's like when it comes to the point where you cannot breathe, it's affecting your lungs, you've developed pneumonia, bitch. Your only thought, your only hope at this point is to go to a hospital. So this is really, really disheartening, and I just don't know how to feel about it at this point, but I'm gonna try to watch the whole thing. Hopefully I'll start crying. I've never cried in a video, but like I'm getting really, really emotional right now, but we shall see.
There was a nurse who placed an NG tube into some guy's lungs and filled his lungs with tube feeding. There was a nurse who confused a long-acting insulin with a short-acting insulin and gave 30 units of a fast-acting insulin and killed the guy.
Bruh.
What else? Other stuff have I seen? Yeah. It's just here they're just gonna let them rot on the vet. They're medically mismanaging these patients. And like, I'm not a doctor, guys. I'm not professing to be a doctor by any means. But there's, like I said, basic standards of care that we have to do. Like, when somebody's low on blood, like literally on the brink of a critical low blood level, we should replace the blood. But I asked the residents and they're like, does he have internal bleeding? And I said, no. Then they're like, well, we're not replacing the blood. Well, here's the thing. In these COVID patients, they all eventually need a blood transfusion.
Really?
Their blood, like, if you don't have enough blood to actually oxygenate your body, the vent settings don't fucking matter, okay?
Wow.
They don't matter. Because you have no oxygen carrying capacity of your blood, okay? I told you about the patient where, like, all that, like, purulent drainage just kept seeping into his lungs because the ET tube cuff was leaking and nobody has a fucking manometer here to check the pressures. And I finally figured that out. And I kept saying, hey, you know what? His white blood cell count is steadily, like, you know, we're having a problem with it. Like, do you want to start some antibiotics? No. Well, does he have a fever? And I said, no, he doesn't have a fever. They didn't want to start antibiotics. Day shift nurse finally got a chest x-ray. He has full-blown pneumonia now. Like, I've been telling them this for a while, but because he didn't have a fever, they didn't want to give him antibiotics.
Wow.
We have a nurse who, like, fell asleep at the fucking nurse's station while we were all in rooms, and her norepinephrine ran out, and the guy had no fucking blood pressure, and didn't perfuse his brain, and I'm pretty sure he's brain dead. That same nurse is now running a CRRT machine, a dialysis-like machine, that she has never done before. She said she'll figure it out, okay? I'm pretty fucking smart, and I figure a lot of shit out, but I would never attempt to try and figure out a CRRT machine on the fly.
Okay, honestly, shout outs to this nurse for telling the truth and actually being vulnerable. I can tell she genuinely cares. And to be quite honest with you, I hope that she's able to do her job, but at the same time, I personally don't think I would be able to go back to work, or at least at that hospital with people I know who are genuinely doing bullshit. Like, isn't there like something you can report nurses and doctors to? Like, I wouldn't know. I'm not a medical professional. I work at a doctor's office like on Saturdays, but I don't really know what the protocol is to report someone who's clearly doing bullshit. But at this point, even the higher ups aren't really doing anything. So I'm pretty sure she feels really, really hopeless. And I just don't understand what you're supposed to do in this type of situation now that I really think about it. Like, this is fucked up. I wouldn't be able to go back to work, though. I'll tell you that much. I wouldn't.
Like, we are adequately staffed. There's a shit ton of staff in there. Like, and we have a nurse who does the RRT in there. She has a different patient load. We told them, like, hey, let's just swap these nurses so the one that knows how to work this machine can work this machine.
That would make sense.
But they didn't want to do that. So I'm pretty sure that patient will be dead here in a couple hours.
Oh my God.
And this is why I freaked the fuck out yesterday. Because nobody is listening. They don't care what is happening to these people. They don't. I'm literally coming here every day and watching them kill them. I mean, we're not going to save everybody. That's fine. Like, come on, guys. We're not God. But, like, some of these people, hey, we know that they're not going to live. Let's start a hospice unit or something, you know? Like, they don't need to be in the ICU. Let's change course. Let's do palliative care or something. Like, literally, some of these people are just on sedation to keep them on the vents.
Wow.
Nothing else. I have a lady on a trank on a vent, and she's not even fucking cognizant. She's not even on sedation. You know what we give her every day? We give her breathing treatments, albuterol, and she gets insulin. And that's it.
Wow.
And that's it. We're not treating the COVID, guys. Like, for real, we're not treating the COVID. You know, every day we try and get these guys off the vents, right?
Oh my God.
Because,
This is the
you know,
shit.
there's
This
criteria
is the
for
shit.
weaning. Every day, the day shift nurse will wean them down, like, to, like, minimum sedation. Every night we come in and we get the same 2 residents and they fucking max out all the sedation again and undo all the work from the day shift. Then the day shift attendant will come in and they'll all do rounds and they'll be like, he wasn't synchronizing with the vent. So we had to turn all the sedation on. And I'm like, he wasn't synchronizing with the vent because it's in the wrong vent mode.
What the fuck? Jesus Christ.
So I legit don't even know what to do anymore.
Bro.
Like, I tried calling advocacy groups. I tried talking with management here. Like,
Yeah,
the
like-
nursing admin. Like, nothing. Nobody's doing anything.
This might be an agenda for real, y'all.
We still have a 100% mortality rate in the ICU unit. I just left. But, I mean, they're living longer because we have, like, legit ICU nurses there. So, CDC finally, like, not the CDC, FDA approved yesterday the remdesivir study. Like, to start using remdesivir for COVID patients. Guys, I don't even know what to do anymore. And this is why I had a complete fucking breakdown. Like,
Bro.
I literally had to call my friend Lisa and FaceTime her, and she answered the fucking phone while she was in the shower because she, like, knew I was having a hard time to talk to her. Because it's like going in the fucking Twilight Zone. Like, everyone here is okay with this. Look, the only way I can kind of put this into context for everybody is, and this is going to be kind of an extreme example, this is like really the only thing I can come up with, is like if we were in Nazi Germany and they were like taking the Jews to go put them in a gas chamber, I'm the one like there saying, hey, this is not good, this is bad, this is wrong, we should not be doing this. And then everyone tells me, hang in there, you're doing a great job, you can't save everybody, you're amazing, you're a great nurse. Guys, I know I'm a fucking good nurse. I know I go in there and I give it 500% every day.
Wow.
I know I'm not being negligent. Okay? I fucking know that. What I need is someone to help me save these people from being killed. Okay?
Wow.
From gross negligence and complete medical mismanagement. And no one is listening to me.
All right. Honestly, I feel like a lot of this goes into the problem of a lot of people just becoming nurses and doctors and other things in the medical field just for the money. I went to school with a whole lot of people who just became nurses because they knew that nurses get fucking paid. They didn't have the passion to help people. They didn't give a fuck. And a lot of these people also became nurses or whatever the case may be because they wanted to please their parents. Especially the Haitians out there, you already know. You have to be a nurse, okay? A nurse, doctor, lawyer, whatever. So the thing is, when it comes to a lot of professions, you can't just do it to do it. You can't just do it to, get the money. The thing is, with a lot of people that I went to school with, thankfully, a lot of them didn't even make it through because they didn't have enough discipline. And again, they didn't have the passion to become a nurse. I have very few friends that actually became nurses and had the passion. But I have a couple of friends who are nurses who are literally just doing it for the money. When you're literally just doing it for the money, you're not going to have any care in the world for the patient. You're not really going to have that passion, that drive, that motivation to see people live, to help sick people, to help people become strong and healthy. So I think that's one of the really, really serious issues, and I feel like that's why she's experiencing what she's experiencing. Another thing is, what she said has confirmed everything that the doctor has told me and has confirmed my friend's story about her cousin's dad. That's terrifying as hell that they're sitting here purposely not doing shit to help these COVID patients and that they're not treating COVID itself when they are treating these patients. The ventilators being put in wrong, that's also something I've heard numerous times again and again, that the ventilators are not being used properly on these people. And it's like, okay, are y'all just really, really stressed? Are you guys overwhelmed? Or is it done on purpose? Because I really, really want to know at this point, because this is absolutely ridiculous that a lot of people are losing their lives because of negligence. A lot of people are losing their lives because of a possible agenda. A lot of people are losing their lives just because they're a minority. Can you believe that? Can you? I'm happy I'm not crying yet. Thank God, because I ain't got time. Like, this is really pissing me off, though. Like, I'm getting more mad than sad. Luckily, I ain't got no makeup on. All I got is lipstick on. Thank goodness. But if I do start crying, I apologize. But we got like a whole 11 more minutes, so buckle in.
Like, for real, nobody's listening. I even tried getting a hold, of black advocacy groups here. They just put me on hold or hang up on me.
What?
Tried talking to management. Now
Wait. Black advocacy groups ain't listening either? Y'all need to fucking do better. And this is not even just with that. This is with anything. Black people, anything that has to do with professionalism, anything that has to do with showing up, anything that has to do with actually being alert and actually being on time and actually being prompt for something. We need to do better and actually be on time, because at this point people are fucking losing their lives. It really bothers me when I hit up a black corporation or a black company, and this goes with sponsorships, this goes with just inquiries when it comes to being a customer, this comes with a lot of things. For whatever reason, black people have a hard time fucking answering shit, and that's always been annoying to me. That's why when people be like, oh my god, support black business, it's like, sometimes they don't answer. Sometimes they're not as swift. Sometimes they're more expensive than what you get elsewhere, and they're not even giving you the service you'll get elsewhere. So it's like, support black business. Some of y'all, okay, really need to get it together. This is not all black people, clearly. It's not all black business, clearly. But there's too many black people that's making it look worse for the rest of us. Why are black advocacy groups not answering or hanging up? What the fuck? Yo, that just really annoyed me. That just really, really annoyed me. What?
I legit don't know what to do anymore. Can someone come up with some type of a solution for me? Because I'm kind of out of ideas.
Man, I would say quit, but we need nurses like her, so I don't know what to tell her. That's a hard one. I don't know. I really don't know.
I try and talk with some of the other nurses here, and they're like, well, you can't save everybody. And they all know what's happening. They all agree with me, and they all just shake their heads. And I'm like, am I the only one who is not a sociopath? I mean, guys, they literally don't even know when they're dead.
What?
How many times have I told you they've assigned me a dead person?
Wow.
How long have they been dead? Nobody knows.
Wow. That is horrible.
Like, how is anybody assessing anything without a stethoscope? Normally we have like those disposable stethoscopes, but I knew what we were coming into, so I brought my old chunky one. Nobody's listened to anybody's lungs as long as I've been here.
What?
Even with disposable stethoscopes.
Bro, what? So what are these people going to the hospital for?
I keep telling them that, the guys are like, my patient's going acidotic. We need to do something about this before his kidneys shut down. Give him some bicarb or something like that. And this is what they do. They let the patient's blood get acidotic. Their kidneys shut down. And then at the last minute, another fucking trauma.
Wow.
This is like the 5th fucking trauma tonight. Some dude got fucking shot in front of the hospital. Like, 2 to the chest and 2 to the abdomen. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Yeah, so anyways, kidneys shut down, and at the last fucking minute, they finally decide to run bicarb. So they run 5 liters of bicarb into a person who's gained 20 pounds of water weight and completely thrown into heart failure, and he dies several hours later. That was one of my patients. So I let them know, like, they had me start the bicarb, like, before I left one night, and by the time I had come back in, that next shift, he was dead. And they assigned him to me, and he was already in a body bag. Like, guys, they're not dying of COVID, okay? Like, yeah, people are gonna fucking die of COVID. Like, yeah, some people legit will end up with multi-organ failures and will just throw the clots and kill them, like, and die, people. I fucking know this. I'm not, like, some fucking new grad, okay? That's gonna save everybody in the world, okay? I am literally telling you that they're murdering these people, and nobody will listen to me. I mean, like I said, I'm not a doctor, but I'm pretty sure that when you defibrillate somebody with a heartbeat of 40 in a stable rhythm and you kill them, that's murder. And I'm pretty sure...
I can't believe China's blaming the US for this whole virus thing.
What?
that when you put somebody's PEEP up to like 25 and PEEP doesn't go past, I think, like 15, 20, and you blow their lungs out and they die, I'm pretty sure that's murder.
What?
You know, I mean, I just watched a doctor drop a central line and fucking rupture like the subclavian like vein, and the guy fucking bled to death. I mean, COVID didn't break that central line. COVID didn't kill that guy. I mean, he was a COVID patient. I mean, every single patient I've taken care of, guys, is a COVID patient.
Wow.
Like, I've never had a non-COVID patient, okay? I mean, I don't even know what to say anymore.
Wow.
So, and that's why I got upset yesterday, because nobody's listening. I literally had to call my friend Lisa because I'm like, dude, I am not crazy, right? Like, this is wrong, right? Watched anesthesiologist place an ET tube and rupture their esophagus, and the guy choked to death on his own blood.
What?
Yeah, COVID didn't place that ET tube incorrectly. Nobody cares because they're all minorities and we're in the fucking hood. And that's why I get really upset, guys. Because, like I said, I know that a lot of people are gonna die, but you know, COVID didn't cause that pneumo, and incorrectly placed ET tube placed that pneumo, and then they wouldn't let me fix it. Like, all I had to do was, like, adjust it, and they wouldn't let me do it. So if anyone's got any idea what the hell I can do to save my one black guy before they completely transfer me out of this hospital, that would be great. mentally there. When he sees us come in, his heart rate and his blood pressure drop up. And he doesn't sync with the vent. Because he can see us. And when we leave, he calms down again. He just physically can't communicate with us. Like I told you, I had Stephanie explain to him what was happening to him because you can't hear me very well through a respirator. Plus, I'm sure that respirator is probably scary. Especially if you're kind of out of your mind from all the sedation. But he's the cab driver and lives a couple blocks away from here.
Oh my God.
He has some family, but the problem is it said 99999 for the phone number, and I didn't get the address before, like, I abruptly got moved. I'm sitting in the vending machine room because it's nice and cool. I'm in between units right now, so they haven't realized I'm gone. I figured I'd have a mini meltdown and then get my shit together because I've never been to the other unit. Mind you, I've been on this unit the whole time, and whatever, I'm flexible. But once again, you know, I talked to admin. Next day I got moved.
Watch out.
That's what happened at the other hospital. They don't care what's happening to these people. And I just have to keep watching them die. And
my heart really hurts for her and all these patients dying for no reason. Like, this is really heartbreaking.
there's like this weird telenovela on. I think it's about a dog. Yeah, I mean, I tried talking to hospital management. I tried calling CMS. I tried calling the equivalency of their division of aging. I tried calling a couple Black Power groups in the area. Who else? I mean, this took several hours. This is why I missed that email, the revision for my proposal. Because I'm like, fuck, guys, I tried contacting a newspaper. Nobody called me back. So, yeah, Stacy, fuck. You'd probably lose your mind because you're not a sociopath thinking this is all okay. That's just weird, guys. They're all okay with it. Like, I tell you, we get on the fucking bus and we go into the Twilight Zone here. Like, how do you not know when your patient is dead? For real. I mean, back at the other unit when shit was just crazy and bodies were just fucking dropping, yeah, I can understand that. But guys, you have a shit ton of staff. Like, yeah, we have hundreds of extra nurses that are still here that are not part of hospital staff managing these patients, but we're on top of it now. We're on top of it now. There's no reason to not know when your patient's dead. I mean, there's no reason you should be managing a dialysis machine, never knowing how to use a dialysis machine when there's a dialysis nurse.
Jesus, man.
My hand's shaking because I'm so pissed. Yeah, that nurse that was sleeping in the corner there. She was from the ER yesterday. Like, when I had my first original breakdown. And she's like, well, they don't just unnecessarily intubate them. They try and, you know, do bypass. I'm like, girl, I am not fucking green. I know some, like, people need a tube dropped, okay? Like, I'm not saying that. Like, at the other hospital, they were doing unnecessary intubations because they had no fucking clue how to put the vent into CPAP or BiPAP. Yeah, I mean, so... I mean, but yeah, there's like legit indications. Like, fuck, that dude needs a tube. Yeah, I know that. I know that. Oh, God. Yeah, my lead at the other hospital who advocated for the patients too. Like, the first day I got there and I was in orientation, that crash course orientation, he warned me that I was going to have a problem. He would advocate for the patients too. They fucking moved him too. He's at a completely different hospital. I tried reaching out to him, but he hasn't texted me. Like, what, you think I saw what was bad? he saw way worse shit than that.
If you've never shared any of my YouTube videos, you have to share this one. This has to be one of the most important. This has to be one of the most important videos I've ever reacted to. Yo, I'm about to have a breakdown. Because I'm thinking of all the people I know who've died of COVID, all the people I know who are grieving right now. And there are nurses and doctors and other medical professionals who are literally just letting these people die. Oh my God. I'm good. This is not okay at all. Like, it's not okay. It's fucked up. And at this point, I don't know what this nurse is supposed to do about what she's seeing and what she's supposed to do about her job at this point. Personally, I would not be able to still be working and, you know, under them circumstances. But at the same time, we need nurses like her. Nurses that care about the patients, nurses that care about their job, nurses that care about seeing people live. And also nurses who are going to speak out like her. If you are a nurse or a doctor or any type of medical professional and you see this happening, please speak up. Because even though she's spoken up and clearly now we know it's like for real, it's not going to help that it's just her, because there's going to be a lot of people saying that she's lying. There's going to be a lot of people saying that she's making this shit up. There's going to be a lot of people saying, you know, she's doing this for clout, whatever the case may be. It takes a lot of people to come up and speak up for change to happen. So 1, share this video. 2, if you're a medical professional and you see this happening, speak up. And 3, if you don't have to go to the hospital, don't. And I'm usually a proud advocate for medicine and shit like that. And I still, you know, I still am. But in this case, in this pandemic, I would say if you can hold out, if you can breathe, if you are just fine, do not go to the hospital. Because clearly, there's a lot of hospitals doing some fucked up shit, especially if you are in New York. I personally commend this woman for speaking out. And I genuinely believe that she is telling the truth, like I said before. And we do need more people like her to speak out. I also believe that it is very important to recognize that there is something more going on here. Not sure what it is. It could be population control. It could be, you know, the New World Order that people keep talking about. It could be a lot of different things. But it's crazy because everything that I've been hearing has been confirmed by this one video. As far as the 5G tower conspiracy and all that extra shit, I don't believe in it. But I do believe that everyone is in cahoots. I believe the fucking news outlets, the medical professionals, and other higher up entities are at work to try to kill as many people with COVID as possible and try to instill as much fear as possible. I just can't figure out what the reason is just yet. But if you have any ideas on what the reason may be, comment down below because I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. I'm happy that everyone I know that was in the hospital is out of the hospital now, but I really genuinely feel bad for the people who have died. And now I'm thinking about the people who have died for absolutely no reason, because it's like, okay, did you die of COVID or did you die of something else? Because a lot of these people are not dying of COVID. So it's like, what is the purpose of making these people seem like they're dying of COVID when they're not? What is the point of not taking care of these people in the hospital? Like, is it blatant? Is it something that they're doing on purpose? Or is it something that just happens to happen and these people are becoming casualties to these nurses being overworked, really tired, afraid? And it's crazy because I've seen so many articles of nurses quitting their jobs, nurses, you know, rebelling, getting upset, having meltdowns. And it really, you know, before I was just like, okay, you know, they're just stressed. But now that she's saying what she said, it makes me wonder how many nurses have seen this and not said a damn thing. Please speak up. Don't be thinking that just because it's just you or it's not too many of you speaking up that you're not going to make a difference, because this made a huge impact on me, and whoever else is watching this video, I'm sure it made a huge impact on them as well. So if you see something, say something. With that being said, if you are going through a hard time right now with COVID due to your anxiety, due to grief, going through the motions of not having your job, not having enough money, whatever the case may be, just know that things will get better and you need to do things for yourself to make yourself feel better while you can. Try to stay inside, and if you can't stay inside, please be protected. Wear your mask, okay? Wash your hands. Engage in those illegal parties that people are throwing. Do not sit around, hanging around outside for no fucking reason, posted up on the block. Do not just, be outside to be outside, because it's getting really real out here. And people need to take this a lot more seriously, especially people in New York and New Jersey. Because I genuinely don't believe why I'm going to see my parents, or while I was fucking apartment shopping or grocery shopping, I'm stuck in fucking traffic. This makes no sense. There shouldn't be traffic outside. People need to take this more seriously. To the people who are sitting there protesting the social distancing shit, that's not okay. It's really not. I understand you want to get to work. I understand the economy is literally falling apart, but it's more important to not have all of these people dying senselessly for absolutely no reason. That being said, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. What do you think about this video? Do you believe that there are other nurses who feel like this? Do you feel like this? And are you working in the medical field? And why do you think all of this is happening? Make sure you like, share, subscribe, get your merchandise, and I'm going to see y'all next time.
Well, that was the video. That was the video that you just now watched. Now, before I say anything else, I just want to say, I need to say, thank you again, the mademoiselle, for reacting to this video and sharing this video and letting them people know how important it is to speak up and share this video. And I also going to share some of your videos too that you were talking about last year as well, okay? Actually from other times too. But yeah, I just want to thank you again for sharing this video and speaking up. And I also want to thank you for whoever that woman name is that used to or still work at the New York hospital as a nurse, for telling us what's been going on today or what happened last time. So I want to thank you for that, okay? Just thank you. I needed to thank you for that. Thank you. Okay? Because your ideas are better than them other ones. To let you know, they should have listened to you, okay? They really should have listened to you. I don't know why they was not hearing you out, but they need to, okay? And the mademoiselle was right. We need nurses like you, okay? And plus, to let you know, I'm just glad I don't work as a nurse. I'll never be a nurse at all, period. All I want to do is just be the lady's personal nurse. I'd rather be the lady's personal doctor. You know what I'm saying? But anyhow, that's just a long story short. But anyhow, I just want to thank you again. I just need to thank you again, the mademoiselle, and to the woman that works and or used to work at the New York hospital as a nurse and speaking up about what happened at the hospital building in New York. Okay? Just thank you.